There is a massive problem and trend on YouTube right now. And this trend is simply put, steal someone else's video, re-upload it. When you get a DMCA strike, say it was copyright abuse. Whether it was or wasn't is irrelevant. Say it's copyright abuse. That's kind of how this has gone the entire time, and many creators struggle and deal with this. It is the most frustrating and annoying thing that a creator who actually makes their own work deal with.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
So I want to talk about the third factor of fair use. This is the most ignored aspect of any fair use legal defense or claim. And it simply states that the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyright work as a whole should be considered. What this means in English is basically how much of their original video did you take? It's really that black and white.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak. Thanks.
They even go down to detail on the YouTube legal help page that borrowing small bits of material from an original work is more likely to be considered fair use, right? So if you take little clips and snippets, that's more likely to be fair, okay, than borrowing large portions. But that doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk either, right? Because they go on to say, however, even small taking may weigh against fair use in some situations if it constitutes the heart of the work, meaning the main idea or the whole reason the work exists. But you guys like to take whatever you want and think that it's just justified because you can speak over it. There's a reason there are 4 factors and not just one. They didn't say all's fair and well so long as you talk. That's not how it works.
Nope, wrong again.
That's why Let's Play videos where it's totally commentary of a gameplay footage segment gets removed. That's not how fair use works. The biggest injustice right now happening on the YouTube platform are 2 things. 1, laws haven't caught up to social media. So there's no real way to go in the real world and really get you guys through the fucking ringer for what you're really doing, which is just antagonizing people you don't like and harassing them, right?
You serious?
Straight up defamation. Alex Jones style defamation, okay? And then the other problem is that YouTube doesn't enforce for anyone but the biggest, most successful and well-off people like Disney or other corporations. But everyday people have to fend for themselves. That's just how it is right now. When that changes, you'll start to see this conversation more and more about the third factor of fair use that always gets ignored. You cannot just speak and say that that's enough. And again, I point your attention to Let's Play channels that decide, I'm going to play a video game and I'm going to show whatever sports team logo, I'm going to show whatever anime content, whatever movie, whatever I want, and I'm going to show the whole thing in its entirety. Because I gave commentary and I was talking while I was showing this, it's fine.
Yes.
That is not transformative enough, okay? You are still not augmenting the original purpose of that original video. You are usurping that market, and nobody is going to appreciate that, okay? The reality is YouTube outlines all of this, and they warn you. They tell you, A, to seek legal advice before claiming fair use, and they also tell you that U.S. judges determine whether something is a fair use defense based on these 4 factors, right? They also talk about fair dealings, but like I said, even fair dealings, if you look it up, will ask you, how much are you using? The amount of the portions that you are taking from somebody. How much are they? Answer that question. You see, when I go in the copyright ID tool and I tell you it's because you took 100% of my video that I put in a DMCA claim, I have a good faith belief that you've infringed on my right based off of the third factor of fair use.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
That is not copyright abuse. Abuse is if I did it just because you were speaking or you used my footage. That's abuse. I'm trying to extort you, to silence you. That's what that is. But when I'm telling you the exact reason, because you did something that violated and infringed on my creation, that's not abuse. It's here on the legal help page at YouTube. Go take or watch YouTube's copyright school video. They even tell you as much. Everyone tells you that, but you guys ignore it. And instead, when you get DMCA claims, you send your friends and your fans to attack creators like me, and you say things like going after smaller channels recently. Not going after you. Your social standing has nothing to do with whether or not I act on my rights, okay? Whether you're rich or poor, the crime that you commit is still a crime that you commit, and it should be seen equally, okay? You are infringing on somebody's copyright. Don't do it. That's really, it's that black and white. Don't fucking do it. It's not okay. It's not cool. Stop doing it, right? You don't want to hear that. Instead, you want to resort to emotional retorts like, oh, you can't handle criticism, or you're just using this to silence people, or you don't know how fair use works. You can't handle fair use, shit like that. But it's a cop out, because the truth is, when we really get you talking, you say shit like Klutzy King 552. Actually, we can use 100% with commentary over it. Learn fair use. No, you cannot. Fair use factor 3. The reality is, let's play channels, like I've been saying, have been getting taken down. Reactionary channels have been getting taken down. Fucking manga review channels have been getting taken down. Because as long as it's someone's copyrighted work and you didn't create it, and you think you want to give your take on it or your spin on it, and you don't transform it enough, you're not doing anything. All you're doing is running your mouth over somebody else's work. Commentary alone does not remove the aspect of you stealing someone else's work.
Whoa! That's interesting, but I sure don't care.
And not transforming it. That's how it all works. That's called infringement. You're not entitled to take Disney's entire Star Wars movie, and because you want to pause and play, speaking or talking shit about certain characters or whatever, that's not fair use, right? Now, this concept that I'm abusing the copyright system because I don't like people, or I don't like people saying things about me, is ridiculous. While it is true that I do not like people talking shit for the sole purpose of doing it because they can, who would like that, right? That's like an oxymoron. Nobody fucking likes that. You kind of are answering your own question. You wouldn't like that. If I was fucking bashing your mother or your father publicly or anywhere, you wouldn't like that. You'd take it very personal, right? And the reality is, that's what this is about. This is about people who want to kind of have rules for thee, but not for me. That's what this is, right? You don't want a consequence for being an asshole.
Ironic.
I don't care. The problem is, you want to then pretend like there's no legal grounds for the claims being made against you. And there are. 100% of somebody's labor is not free. You're the kind of person that thinks that, like, somebody else needs to foot the bill for your life. Somebody else needs to foot the bill for something you want. Somebody else needs to foot the bill for your way in life. And that's what this is. Many of you content creators want to monetize other people's hard work, but you don't want to put the work in yourself. It's called entitlement. It's disgusting. And it's against the law, quite frankly, as outlined by Fair Use when they tell you this. It's on the legal help page. So again, you can sit here till the cows come home and say Quantum TV doesn't know Fair Use and all this other shit. You can do that, but I know Fair Use very fucking well. Okay, I'm not confused. It's just 9 times out of 10 not worth it to go after a smaller creator that's not monetized, that doesn't really care about his channel one way or another, to fucking sit here and go through legal proceeding after legal proceeding. But that doesn't mean that you're not infringing on my rights. You absolutely are, and you are in the wrong. And YouTube doesn't like to dirty their hands. Okay, I get it. They don't want to take he said, she said sides. But again, they also are doing a poor job at making sure that everyday content creators are being enforced, while the same thing can still happen, again, through Disney or all these other corporations, and it matters more when it's them, and they'll remove your video then. That's why you guys target us. That's why all the drama channels you see right now, they're not about like what movie they don't like and criticizing certain pieces of the movie. There's no drama channels that really do that because they know how that ends. No, you guys come after us, the everyday creator who adds value to the content or to the platform with making advertisers want to invest in the YouTube platform with actually engaging content.
Shut up! Get over it and get over yourself!
And a real niche around real products and people. You guys are just a glorified mob committee that go around harassing whoever you want. And YouTube, for the time being, allows you to exist, and I get it, but don't think that you're not going to be fought every step of the way. Us actual content creators don't want you here. We want you off the platform yesterday morning because you're not actually a part of the platform. You're the problem with it. You're the kind of people that literally can be told that copyright laws exist, are a thing, you should follow them, and then point fingers at everybody else, calling them every name under the sun to try to cancel them, outcry. You'll band together all over the place to outcry. But then when you're told about the laws, you ignore them entirely and then say, we can do what we want. 100% of your labor is ours for the taking. You're a glorified fucking pirate. Congratulations. We know what you are. But at the end of the day, you will be fought, and we'll do what we can as actual creators to make sure that you stop stealing from us. It's really that black and fucking white. I don't care if you don't like it. Stop stealing from us. We don't like it. Be a normal person. Do your own shit. It's not that hard.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points